ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise, and welcome back to From the Depths, where we're doing a weird thing today. I don't think this really counts as a tutorial. It's more like a proof of concept / science video, and just opening of a discussion, I guess. And that discussion is CRAMs, because of course it is. I have a crippling CRAM addiction, and a crippling canoe addiction, and a crippling CRAM canoe addiction, and a crippling canoe CRAM addiction. But anyway, so, way back in the misty mists of the past, I occasionally had people tell me, oh, CRAMs aren't that bad, they're good against submarines, and I'm like, what? And they were like, yeah, you make depth charges with them, they're really good. I'm like, uh-huh. But, upon a day, which was a few days ago, I just decided, you know what? Let's test that. How bad could it be? And lo and behold, the result is this test craft, which is permanently in God mode because it has no defenses at all. It essentially drops depth charges via CRAM shells. Now, it's not exactly a depth charge. Like, these things don't work like depth charges. They're just CRAMs that are underwater and shoot submarines, and that's it. And it's got 2 broadside CRAMs in case we can't get straight over the submarine. But funny thing, and this probably counts for advanced cannons as well, once you get close to a submarine, water does not slow down shells enough for them to miss. So, especially if you have them pointed down, and if you have an AI behavior, something like this, which is essentially just to drive right up to the thing and just keep running back and forth over it. This isn't perfect. I've tried other AI behaviors, but this one seems to get like pretty much the best results. And so yeah, like that's basically it. It's just it is possible to reliably hit submarines with CRAM cannons, but you do have to design a vehicle from the ground up to be able to do that, I feel. This is early days of testing, mind you. And, of course, all the other options you have are much better. Like, it is better to have supercavitation APS, it is better to have torpedoes, it is better to have particle cannons. This is a very niche, wacky thing to do. And, the only reason I'm really exploring it is because, every so often, well, a few times recently, people have suggested, like, you know what you should do? You should do a CRAM-only run of the Niter campaign. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. But in order to know how just unworkable it is, you gotta try things. Like, this option certainly is more workable if you override the default CRAM speed and make it twice as fast, which means you can get CRAM shells going up to 600 meters per second, which does make them way more viable. You can reliably hit the singularity with CRAM cannons when you do that, but you still can't reliably hit a lot of other things. But using them in funky configurations like this could actually work quite well. So I'm going to spawn in. I should probably show you the innards of this thing. It's not particularly good. It's very slapdash. It's just powered by a little electric steam. This is a form of 3D Tetris that I've been experimenting with. It's cheap, and that's really its only virtue. It's not very good on the whole firepower per volume and firepower per cost thing, but it is damn cheap, and this little 3x3 package is a very easy prefab to just slap around everywhere, so I kind of like it. This whole, one of these is like incredibly cheap. It's like 1,300 materials. This whole thing is a very cheap little craft. Test vehicle, like I said. As it turns out that if you want a submarine hunter type thing, it has to be quite fast, because submarines in the Niter campaign can actually be really quick. I'll show you that in a minute. But firstly, let us spawn in a Panther. And these are HEEMP CRAMs, by the way. And so our little friend is immediately going to take off into the sky for some stupid reason. Of course it never does this. If you actually hit with... Oh my word, you almost did it. Thank goodness for roll control. Oh my word. This is embarrassing. Stop. Okay, that's better. And... bang. So, let's see how far down this thing is. The altitude of the former Panther was, let's see, physics was, it was on the ocean floor, basically. It was 200 meters below the surface. It turns out that 300 meter per second CRAMs can hit that really easily, so I wasn't sure that this was gonna work. I'm not sure this is the deepest that water in Nita can get. We are right in the middle of the ocean, so probably. And, yeah, this thing can even hit something like the blackcurrent. Probably won't survive the trip there, but, let's show you this. Blackcurrent is over there. The blackcurrent is probably going to bounce this thing around a lot with a huge missile, so I might have to turn its weapons off. Otherwise, we're going to be around here all day. And torpedoes all miss, thank goodness. And look at that, we've actually managed to scratch it. Now, it will take approximately 3 million years for this particular craft to kill the blackcurrent. But you could imagine what happens if you just, I know, duct tape a whole bunch of CRAMs on the underside of a ship and then give it an AI routine that gets it to just basically drive over the top of something. In fact, the deeper the submarine is, the easier it is to hit with CRAMs, because it means that they're more likely to be in the field of fire. What is happening? Ah, you were blown clean out of the water. Also, HEMP CRAMs are fantastic, and you should use them all day, every day, for all your CRAM-related needs. So yeah, proof of concept, this does work. It's just not incredibly... I think it is cheaper than... It's way cheaper than torpedoes, actually. Let's see what's happening here. Not much. It's going to take a long... We're actually not doing that badly. HEMP. Well, EMP is a little bit broken right now, but you get the idea. So, the minimum speed for something like this, that if you want to shoot from the top down at submarines, is actually faster than this fastest submarine in whatchamacallit, in the Anita campaign, which I believe is the Cherenkov. So I think this is the fastest submarine. I might be wrong. It's very lightning hoods. Cool backstory as well. It's essentially an underwater fighter jet, and this thing goes like stink. So basically, if you want to have something that can like depth charge submarines, and like every submarine, it has to go. Let's see how fast you're going. You are going 50 meters per second, which is just a little bit faster than this fella. So yeah, this guy is going 45 meters per second, so we're never going to catch this thing. So that's your speed limit, or speed requirement, is about 60 meters per second. Otherwise, you ain't never going to catch this thing. Never mind. Actually, a broadside CRAMs can do it. Let's see here. Are you going to get one more shot off? No, you're not. It is actually kind of cool. This thing really is like an underwater fighter jet. It's rad as hell. It's so rad. It is the raddest. And as you can see, that's mounted on spin blocks. What's in here? Ugh, I feel sick. Yeah, but you're not going to be able to land another shot on this, are you? No, you are not. Or are you? Let's see here. Is that broadside CRAM going to do it? Might be better, actually, to mount these depth charge CRAMs on turrets, so they can aim slightly better. But, yeah, maybe even 2-axis turrets, so they can fire above as well. So yeah, let's just finish off this video with shooting at at the thing that I haven't played much with, the loggerhead. So again, this thing is probably going to bounce our little depth charge test boat clean out of the water a lot. If that hit, I would have been so amused. So what's this? This is why you don't want to make your craft too light, because otherwise... Oh my word, we actually managed to hit it! Oh, that's hilarious. And there we go. AI dead? Nope. And the great thing is that once you're sitting right on top of a submarine, well, unless it has a gun like this, there's not much it can do to you. I guess a better implementation of this kind of cram would be a bomber that usually just bombs things, but then when it faces a submarine, it flies really low over the water, drops sonar buoys into the water, and then just bombs it. That might be a good idea. Or a fast hydrofoil craft, just something that can catch up to any submarine and is also mostly torpedo-proof. Of course, there are problems with using hydrofoil craft in that you are sitting right over the top of something that is loaded with weaponry like this and shooting straight up at you, so maybe not. I do want a good screenshot right here, though. Nah, I'll take the screenshot later. I'll take it later. Wait, is that AI? It is AI dead. Wow. That's one way to take out a submarine. Is just strap CRAMs on the underside of a speedboat and do it. So yeah, that's a... I guess I'm just gonna call this a proof of concept video because it's not really a tutorial other than point CRAM cannons down, they can hit things underneath them. Herp derp. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got ideas for this kind of thing. I kind of like this craft actually. I didn't build this hull, by the way. This is a built-in prefab. It's this one. So new blueprints, metal and alloy hull. There it is. And you can play around with it, and it's very nice. So yeah, that'll do for this weird little video. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.